There are several factors that contribute to unexpected disruption to a firm, like cyber attacks, natural disasters, and there are various what ifs that need strategies and planning to be as remedy. And operational resilience ensures that your firm is continuously operational even in times of disaster. Developing an end-to-end operational resilience strategy supports and hones the ability of your firm to immediately respond and adapt to changes in the environment, systems, and processes. Some key lessons learned by financial firms during the pandemic includes operational resilience is just not all about technology solutions or technology related. Key considerations on dependencies and interconnectivity of people, process, data, how third parties and vendors would respond when such impacts are happening to the firm's delivery of customer uh, expectations is a very key lesson that has happened during this pandemic. I think firms need to constantly review, update, and test business continuity plans. And there needs to be effective governance frameworks for firms to always kind of be up to date on what's happening in the underlying processes, people, and all the other dependencies. And that ties back to the resilience framework. Then there needs to be constant monitoring of supervisory and compliance processes. That's become super important now. Decentralized and remote work has made firms to relook at their information and security risks. Today, people have hybrid ways of working, remote ways of working, and of course, work from office as well. It's become an amalgamation of all of it. So that needs to be adopted to the business continuity plans and the approach. Then the current or the existing operational risk management and internal controls need to kind of be absolutely up to date with strong incident management processes in place. I think there has been a big mind shift change by market participants globally. Now it is assumed that things will go wrong and firms should plan accordingly on how to recover from disruptions rather than trying and controlling disruptions. The approach is to assume that disruptions will happen and how to recover and come back to normalcy from that state. Rather than just focusing on internal as to what could happen to the firm, a wider view as to the impact on the ecosystem vis-a-vis market reputation, counterparties, vendors, customers, etc. I think the primary objective of regulators is to ensure market integrity, consumer protection, and effective competition. Yeah, regulatory pressure largely involves that we are operating at a required standard. But I think the factors that contribute to the growing importance of operational resiliency will be customer expectations. Because if we step back and look at how things have evolved in the financial industry from days, things that used to take several days, right from check deposit, cash processes, today everything is almost instant. So higher customer expectations are going to be, higher the competitive pressures are going to be, the importance of operational resiliency is going to grow multitude. Then there is, needless to say, natural calamities, all unforeseen situations do not give space and time to respond. So the plan and how we execute it, how we stand up to meet as a firm the customer expectation, because during resiliency the biggest test of brand promise comes to life. So with all the challenges of natural calamities or anything unprecedented, if we have a very strong operational resilience framework, that will help us to stand up as a firm and continuously deliver to customer expectations. And needless to say, it's also going to be the time that the customers will need us the most. Then increased cyber threats with more technology. Today's technology is the most important in the evolution and transformation that we are going through in financial industry. And I think that also creates a lot of cyber threat opportunities. So as we step up our technology, as we step up the channels, as we step up innovation, there is going to be a step up of the increase in the cyber threats. So to the operational resiliency to align to what are the internal and external risk factors from data security and firewall, all those variables need to be considered. That again makes operational resilience of growing importance. Then the dynamic nature of market makes us evolve our product offering, makes us evolve the way we offer products and services to customer, and makes changes in both internal and external operations. So that again contributes to impact on our existing assessed risks. So we need to evolve it. We need to keep it a continuous process and nurture operational resilience to allow firms to perform better and keep evolving the brand promise that we have as a commitment to our customer. The rolling out of the operational resilience program itself has got a part of the challenge, because today the firms are very large. Larger the firms, the more the departments, the more distinct processes become. Every department, every business function have got their own systems, applications running separately. So as the process, as the systems, all of the underlying mechanics around any operations become different, more are the variables. Hence, developing the operational strategy across the entire organization becomes a very overwhelming challenge, because the priorities are going to be different from a system perspective, from a process perspective, from a department perspective. So to bring all of it together and create that operational strategy across an entire organization is going to be a mammoth task. So that's one of the key challenges. So I think the steps to be taken by the firm for rolling out an operational resilience program should include identifying the critical business services, resource mapping, defining the impact tolerance levels, scenario testing, then carrying out of self-assessment, then understand the risk and put in requisite controls. Continuous learning and implementing the same feedback mechanism is very important, and a good monitoring and governance structure so that we know that whatever we have laid out is operating continuously, is adapting continuously, and is fit for purpose all the times to meet the future waves of various challenges. That's never going to stop with market trends changes. It will support the overall evolution of the overall operational resilience.